recording. Welcome to 30 Characters, everybody.
What's the premise of this show?
I don't know. We just got together and there's just thought of a cool name.
I don't like that I didn't talk first. I kind of thought, like, you guys get to talk first on your show.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought I'd be the one to talk first.
Oh, because it's our show.
Andy's the host of the show. Andy, thanks for having us on.
Hey, thanks for all being here. It's great to have here and love company. Misery.
See, that's why you don't host.
Oh, no.
You can't just stutter through your
You got to talk last, if that helps.
That's true, and he who talks last talks best.
Boom.
The Bible. No verse at all. That's just on the front of the Bible.
I was over at my in-laws' house, and the dad works at Enterprise. He's an older guy. He just cleans cars and stuff. And we get cool like discounts on cars, which is pretty sweet. But he had found a magnet, like religious magnet, and a Gideon's Bible, and he gave it to me to be funny because he knows I don't like religion. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to put it down with our niece's like Barbies. And I love the idea of her picking up the Gideon's Bible. Like, Barbie, you need to trust in the Lord. The Romans road to salvation. Like, I just think that would be so sweet.
No, is this your niece?
I have a niece.
Uh-huh.
I now have a niece, a 4-year-old niece.
Put some clothes on, Bobby, you whore.
She's, of all things, she's the one that takes them off like immediately.
She always takes the Barbie
all
clothes off?
kids take clothes off Barbies like crazy.
Reminds me of my uncle.
Yeah?
He's around kids.
He takes Barbie's clothes off?
He teaches kids how to take clothes off of Barbie.
I bought you this Barbie, but here's what you do.
He's a teacher, by the way. So
Velcro.
What's how you play with dolls?
What does your uncle sound like, by the way?
Uncle Phil?
Uh-huh.
Well, first of all, he hates it when he makes that bit. Like if I'm like Uncle Phil and he's like,
hey,
oh,
where's
you mean-
Carlton?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why he now goes by Uncle Philip.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And what's he sound like?
Well, just I'm not going to do an impression of him. That's offensive.
No?
If you want, I can call him and see if he'll come in.
Matt did his niece, but yeah, we can call
Oh,
him.
I did do my niece.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
What's the premise of this again? I forget.
There's no premise.
We
It
should let
doesn't-
people know.
Oh, should we?
I don't know.
Episode 1, and then we'll bury it.
Yeah.
In 100 episodes. No one will ever.
No one ever
With the
figured
new
out.
listeners will never know.
Oh, yeah. So wait, should we say
I
what
guess
we're doing
let's
here?
Say it. Yeah.
Well, we've had, I don't know if anyone's ever listened to Bad News Good Time before. It's a podcast that Joe Fernandez and I have done. And every time that we have Andy Fleming on, it ends up just being a cavalcade of characters.
Invariably ends up. I want to say the word invariably.
Yeah.
I'm like the third chair of Bad News Good Timing, who never gets invited on.
Well, if you lived here more often.
and I also
If we had the budget to fly you in.
I typically
Yeah.
can't record during the day.
Yeah, that's a
I
problem.
used to not be able to record during the
Right,
day,
right.
and now
Yeah.
I can. And so you guys always record during the day.
We do. Yeah.
The
Who
advantage
is?
of not making a lot of money is you have your days free.
For a reason.
Yeah, that's true. Now
Lack
we
of
all-
income means you can have lunch at Chili's sometimes.
What's your favorite Chili's lunch item, by the way?
Oh.
Appetizer?
Ooh, wow.
Have we said the
Okay.
premise yet? We just went.
No, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
The appetizer's the queso
Yeah.
dip.
Yeah, the queso dip.
Because not only do you get
Oh,
the
wow,
queso
the
dip,
skillet queso.
the skillet
Yeah.
queso, you also get the nachos
Bottomless
that come along
tostada
with
chips.
it.
So you, you can switch between.
Do you call chips nachos?
I think those are nachos, aren't
No,
they?
they're tostada chips.
They're just chips. They're tortilla chips.
tostada chips.
Why does no one know what tortilla chips
I call
are?
them
It's called-
nachos.
You dip them in the salsa, and then you go,
No.
I'm going to switch it over to the queso now.
Yeah,
And
well,
then
that's
you-
true.
I call them
And then
nachos.
they call them bottomless tostada chips.
Nachos are
It's
chips
when it has
with
stuff with it.
melted cheese on top
Yeah.
and other things.
A lot of times,
Furious right
if I have
now.
a big announcement, I go, I'd like to make a tostada, and then I bang a chip against another chip.
And then, so I recently was at Chili's.
Okay.
I ordered some skillet queso for the table, and
Power move.
yeah, and my
Without
girlfriend-
asking, you're just like, it's here.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey guys, this is on Daddy."
For the table, we're all going to share it. Papa.
Yeah,
Everyone
it's
put in $2.
It's not for and then I got it and I turned it upside down for the table. I said, "Table, that's for you." And so the skillet queso was delicious. You get the sauce is okay. And then my girlfriend
How were
ordered,
those nachos? Were they good?
Well, my girlfriend ordered nachos,
What? Why?
which I thought was insane. I was like, you
Yeah.
get two tortilla, or just Joe would say tostada chip centered dishes. And the nachos came, and they were, each chip was loaded with cheese and toppings.
Yes.
And like around in a circle.
Yeah.
Like not like typical where it's just a bunch of chips and a bunch of stuff on top of it.
Sure. What do you think of that?
Well, everyone at the table hated it, and they were like, "This is why chain restaurants are bad." And I was like, "I love this.
No.
Every chip is going to have shit on top of it.
Yes.
and you're going to get stuff in every bite."
There's a place nearby that does the traditional nachos. It's just everything's layered. But we decided to go just a random place, and we open it up, and it's like 9 chips with just everything loaded on top of it, and I was furious. I was like, "What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?" Until I started eating it, I'm like, "This is the best way to eat nachos."
It's great,
Yeah.
right?
You were furious. I was fast.
Uh huh.
I was 2.
Andy's and
I was only 2. I was but a child.
Yep.
Too fast, too furious.
Yeah.
This has happened in the early 80s.
Oh, your phone's ringing. Is it your uncle? Your Uncle Philip.
Yeah, hang on. Wait a minute. What's
Are
the
you
premise of the
calling
show?
Uncle-
Let me.
You're calling
can
Uncle
you wait
Phil?
1 second? Sure, you're explaining the premise? Yeah.
There he is.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I can wait.
So, yes, it's a
How did I
character.
pick my phone up to do
It's,
that?
what was the word that you wanted to use?
It's invariably.
Invariably a
Yeah.
character cavalcade. So we decided to get together and just embrace it, I guess.
And do
Right?
30 characters.
Do
over
upwards
the
of
course.
29
Yeah,
characters.
at least 30. The show cannot end until there's at least 30 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's going to work.
Good explanation.
So you can oh, thanks, Philip.
Was that your
Thank you.
uncle?
Uncle Philip
I'm
to you.
sorry. Wait, I have to call you Uncle Philip?
I came on the show, guys. You're all my nephews.
Oh, all right.
That's how that works, dude.
Now,
Big
Uncle,
reveal.
Uncle Philip, we talked to your original nephew, Joe.
Uncle Phil, please, to you.
Wow.
So it's Philip to him, Phil to me. Uncle
Joe calls me Uncle P.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't like
I
that.
think it's funny. It reminds me of urine.
Uncle Phil.
You guys have similar senses of humor. That's you and Joe.
Uncle Phil, so why did you start taking Barbie clothes off? Why do you teach children? Why do you do a class at the Learning Annex about taking Barbie
Yeah,
clothes
you're
off?
at the TLA.
Short answer, I'm a pedophile. Long
Oh.
answer.
I don't think you want people to hear that. They're not going to let their kids in your class.
It's at the YMCA Annex
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah, I call that the Learning Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learning Annex.
Learning
I'm
Annex.
just down the street right now, actually, if you guys want to come and learn how to take Barbie clothes off.
Oh,
That's right, because we're talking via phone. I forgot about that.
why?
Do
Wait,
you guys
what-
want to come?
I'm good.
How
Free
you,
on Fridays.
What do you mean
for
by
adults?
It is Friday.
that? Just Barbies, or can I bring any sort of
Sure.
like my buddy? I could bring my buddy down.
You can bring a friend down, yeah.
Kids. Oh, just
Kid
a person.
sister?
Yeah, you bring in a relative.
You ever stuck your hand all the way up in a puppy surprise just to see what it feels like inside
What
of
is
it?
a puppy surprise?
Thank you.
It's-
Thank you.
Do you know what puppy
No.
surprise? Oh, it's they had it when I was a kid. It's a puppy. It's a big dog, and it's got basically a Velcro vagina, and it has little puppies inside of it. So little stuffed animal dogs inside of the stuffed animal.
I'm a
dog.
pedophile and I'm grossed out.
Yeah,
So weird.
yeah. They brought it back. Do you remember the pound puppy being like very popular?
Yeah, I remember the pound
It was
puppy.
around the pound puppy time, but you just basically had a Velcro vagina and pull out like puppies out of the dog.
Why would that be a thing?
And it's still around. And my niece, who we talked to earlier, she's very excited about getting one.
Do you know? I'm going to ask. This seems ridiculous, but is Matt's niece in your class right now?
I hope not.
Oh, what's her name?
I don't want to say it.
Oh, that's her, right?
Yeah, her name's I don't want to say it.
Yeah, she's part Native American.
Is every Native American child is named by what the parents saw when they were born, and the parents saw a horrible hate crime taking place
I don't want to
when
say
that
it.
child was born, and they just said, I don't want to say it.
I don't want to.
And the nurse wrote it down on the birth certificate.
Uncle Phil, what was Joe like as a child?
Can you now call me Unky Pookie?
I can't. I'm
Why?
sorry. Because I already have an Unky Pookie, and I don't want to confuse the two of you.
Can you call me Unky
Oh,
Pookie
can
Blaylock?
we get your Unky Pookie on the phone?
No, he passed away. I'm sorry.
So
Holy
sorry.
shit! He's actually calling in right now on my phone.
What?
Yeah.
Unky Pookie's here?
Yeah. Let me. Boop, boop.
So
Hey,
it's a-
Unky Pookie.
How's it going?
Where are you from?
That's
Unky
what I was about
Pookie?
to ask myself.
Are you from the afterlife?
I'm from, I'm half Irish, half Indian.
Oh,
Yeah, he is. That's from my Irish Indian side.
Yeah.
When you say Indian, which
He's from
Native
Indiana.
Not the slur.
How
The dot.
dare you?
So okay, my Unky Pookie. I have been told by my grandmother that you passed away.
We have a bad relationship, don't we?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. When people pull apart,
Uh huh.
and
Like
it's
like
so
a-
many bread rolls, dinner rolls,
like
Sure.
a clover.
like those Hawaiian dinner rolls.
Yeah, like a
I-
Hawaiian dinner roll, a clover.
It's weird that you sounded more Irish when you talked about clover than beforehand.
But if I'm talking about cows,
Uh-huh.
different. The problem with the poo right now.
Oh my gosh, that's a very
Boy,
important documentary to watch.
I have hemorrhoids, and that's the problem with the poo. to me.
That was a great documentary too. By the way,
The problem with my poo.
Yeah, they filmed it at that Chuck Berry restaurant.
What's this now?
Oh, Chuck Berry used to film people using the bathroom at his restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it just Cigars and Stripes?
It was.
That's a very Chicago reference.
Yes, it is. Berwin.
Someone's calling in right now. It's your cousin, Marvin. Marvin Berry.
Oh my God,
wow.
Marvin Berry's here.
I think you have the wrong number. Oh, this isn't my Chuck.
No, I have some bad news for you.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a while. How's he doing?
Hey, hold on. While you're there, how's your hand?
It hurts a bit. Hey, you know about my hand?
Yeah.
Smashed by a white
I
guy.
heard about this. It was
How's
it was a screwdriver. You have fucked up with a screwdriver.
Well, you know that new sound you're looking for?
Uh-huh.
This is Chuck still, right? Or you said there's bad news?
No, Chuck passed away.
Well, I got new sound for him. Listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Lucky Boy's Confusion is the new sound of
my-
rock and roll.
Wow. Oh man.
Martin McFly comes to 2018 and just starts playing Lucky Boy Confusion.
And they're like, this is from 20 years ago. Why would you do that?
Hey driver! Play Hey Driver!
What is Lucky Boy Confusion?
There's
is it a band?
Yeah, they're Chicago based, I think. They had one song on like a soundtrack to a baseball video game. That's the only reason I know they are.
Okay.
I saw them at the Metro once. It was alright.
Chuck, you got to hear this new tune also.
Okay.
Here it comes. Pretty great. This is the future of rock and roll.
Sure.
The soundtrack to Clone High is the sequel.
Wait.
Now their clones are sexy teens now. They're gonna make it if they try.
Johnny be good.
Can I talk to my Uncle Pookie?
Yeah, hi.
Uncle Pookie. Now, I had heard, actually recently, that Clone High only did one season because people in India were offended at the way they did Muhammad, or Gandhi.
They went on a
Gandhi.
hunger strike.
Yeah. Were you upset about that? They went hungry!
Honestly, as if Gandhi was that big a deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's your feeling?
I'm Irish, so I'm still racist.
Did you grow up with them?
No,
Gandhi? No, you didn't know him?
30.
What year were you born?
I'm your uncle. I'm 7 years younger than you.
I forgot when my grandmother had that kid in 87.
Yeah.
It is, sure, it's
Oh.
possible, but not for her. She would have been well past
Well,
those
it's weird that
times.
you look up to me.
Yeah.
I'm younger than you.
Well, I respect my youngers.
What is the opposite of elder?
Yeah, youngers. I don't know.
Priors?
Same ages.
Hey, take your clothes off too.
Who's this now?
Oh
Are
my
you
gosh,
still on the
are you-
phone while you're undressing a kid?
Is
Uncle
this
Phil.
Uncle Phil?
Uncle Phil.
You just got it on speaker while you're doing. Are they
Oh
hearing
my-
us?
Ah,
Can we disconnect
Let's
from
get ya.
Uncle Phil?
Yeah. Goodbye, Uncle Phil.
Did you hang up on everyone?
yeah. I hung up on 2 of them.
Who's still there?
You guys want to hear a new sound?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Hang on, he's taking a little break. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Enjoy the under the sea dance.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking a break.
I got to be honest. That's like a lot of times cell phones don't sound good, but that call from 1955 sounds fantastic.
Technology is just better than that's it. Landlines just sounded better than
Landlines.
cell phones.
Yeah, it was clear.
I was watching. I'm a fan of Never Not Funny, as you are as well. I don't know if
Yeah.
you watched the most recent or listened to the most
Haven't.
recent episode. They actually, one of their listeners was a teacher at that school in Florida.
Wow.
So they actually had him call in and talk about it. It was very kind of moving, but the problem was he was on a cell phone and he kept cutting out the whole time.
Oh, no.
So it's like they couldn't like stop him from talking because it was kind of rude, but you also couldn't necessarily hear what he said.
Right.
It's like a very awkward sort of thing.
And plus, every time it cuts out, you're like, "Is he okay?"
Yeah. I heard a lot of gunshots in the back.
Oh, no.
Guys, it's your cousin again.
Oh, Marvin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the future of rock and roll.
Huh?
The Kids in the Hall song, "These Are the Daves I Know."
Okay.
Where are you hearing all this?
Deep
Marvin?
down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans.
Where are you hearing all these songs?
He's on stage right now. It's a white guy who's short and he's shaking around.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, I'm getting a phone call here.
Who's it from? A music legend, perchance?
Ahoy, hoy, Watson!
Who's this?
Watson, come here, I need you. Hello?
Hello.
Ahoy, hoy!
Hi. Hello.
Who is this?
Mr. Burns?
No, nope. He stole it from me. AGB. That's right. With whom am I speaking?
Hello. I'm.
It's a brand new type of technology.
It's sort of rude for you not to introduce yourself, but my name's Matt Riggs.
Oh, you're going to tell me the rules of the telephone?
Yes, I am. Sure.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name's Alexander Graham fucking Bell. Ever heard of me?
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe I should tell you about the rules of what the fucking rules of telephones are.
I apologize, sir.
Jesus
Yeah.
freaking crap.
Now that's the sound of rock and roll right there. Anti-establishment.
Who's this?
It's Marvin
Someone
Berry.
you're probably not a fan of
Hello?
because you're probably racist given the time period you're
Yeah.
from.
What's your deal with? What do you think about people of other races than yours?
That's your first question for Alexander Graham Bell?
Yeah, sure. Well,
What
we're
do you think of people of other races?
well, we're in 2018. That's all we talk about here, and you died all the way back in 1922. So I'm very curious.
You know that?
You were
Wait
also-
a minute. I die in 1922?
What year is it now?
Oh boy, it is 1921.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It is December 31st, 1921. Please don't say I die on January 1st.
I don't know the date. I don't know the date.
Oh boy, you have such powerful yet such limited information.
Yeah, sorry about that, sir.
Hey, hang on real quick. It's me, Ziggy. Sam, you gotta keep Alexander Graham Bell alive for at least another year. Hey, Marvin, it's me, Ziggy. You gotta keep letting him know what rock and roll will be the future.
Wait, hold on. Ziggy's the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Duh, I meant to say that.
I don't know the guy's name. Al. His name's Al.
You can be my bodyguard. I can call you Al.
I'm not getting any of these references.
I kind of want to find out what day you die so I can ruin your life.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here's what's happening with me. I invented a telephonic device.
Uh-huh.
I picked it up, and I made what I'm going to call a phone call. I'm just going as I go here.
Here's my question.
Oh,
Is
boy.
that bit from Family Guy accurate, where you called Watson and made it a sexual
Has
phone
he
call?
watched Family Guy?
What the fuck is Family Guy? What is a bit?
Future of rock and roll.
Oh, no.
You sound real weird for being Scottish. By the way,
You can hear it in the back of my voice sometimes.
you at least make it to see the 4th of July. I'm going to say that.
Thank God it is my favorite holiday.
Yeah, so you're good there.
That is I am a patriot.
Yeah, you at
even
least-
though I'm from Scotland.
Yeah.
There's no holiday that I love better than the Independence Day. And of course, coming up, it's going to be the 146th anniversary of this great nation in 1922.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
You excited? What are you gonna do?
I got fucking plans, dude.
Here's what I do love, sir. By the way, I am happy that you became an American citizen back in 1882.
Yes, of course.
But where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in. Have you ever heard of? And I'm not sure what cities still have their names at this point.
Uh-huh.
But right now, I'm in Fuckingville, New York.
Fuckingville. Okay. All right, because you are.
That's now Rochester, I think.
I'm not going to tell you
Okay.
when, but you do die in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Oh boy, then no problem. I just won't go to fucking Canada.
Yeah, that's it.
It's pretty easy to avoid.
Why
I
was
think.
I going to Canada?
I believe actually it says here that you get someone offers you an award on August the 1st, and you die the day after. I just gave it away. August 2nd. You die August 2nd,
I
1922.
can't turn down an award.
You love
That
it.
means you missed Labor Day
I'm
too.
gonna have to go to Canada.
Don't make any plans for Labor Day and buy a shitload of white clothes.
Oh no. Okay, I guess I'll be able to wear all the white that I want.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
That brings us back to our original question.
Yeah.
What are my plans
do
for
you think-
July 4th?
No, the original question is, what do you think about people of other races?
Oh dear. Well, I don't have any slaves.
That's good. Since you were born in 1847, so there's a chance you could have slaves.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Are you a states' rights guy? That's really a subtle way of asking it.
what I have is indentured servants.
Serfs?
Serfs.
Cool. That
Yes.
makes sense. Yeah.
I am a fief. I'm a fiefdom.
Well, my favorite feudal enterprise band is Not a Serfs.
Okay. Oh, I would love to get that reference. I really would.
They sing Popular.
Who popular?
My
Okay.
mom says I'm
Do you-
a catch. Ooh, the future of rock and roll.
Do you know that song that goes? That's my favorite
It's a real
song.
banger.
Yeah, I believe it's John Philip Sousaphone.
Suze.
Do you like that poem, The Mighty Casey? You know, the one about the baseball player striking out? Because that's from
Casey
what?
at the bat.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty big fan.
Love it. Why?
Did you go to the premiere? Like, did they treat like
It was a
poem
red
premieres?
carpet premiere for the Mighty Casey.
Sure.
I was actually at the red carpet premiere for Horse Runs on All Four Legs.
Oh
Which
wow!
is, and then later I got invited to the premiere of
Birth of a Nation.
Train Goes Towards Camera.
Okay, sure. That must have been scary as hell.
It was a very scary film. That was the first horror film.
It was.
You
Yeah.
keep dodging our but I heard you were a big producer on Birth of a Nation. Is that right?
Oh boy, I don't know what your obsession is with, honestly, this whole racial thing.
Is it not an issue back in
Wait, hang on.
1922? 21, pardon me?
By chance, am I talking to a Cuban person?
Did a chill go down your spine?
I felt a chill from the top of my asshole all the way to the bottom of my asshole.
That's
My
a pretty small chill.
I felt a chill in my asshole. Is what I'm trying to say.
It's like the anti-hemorrhoid.
That's also a 1910s expression. You know,
Yeah.
I felt a chill in the middle of my asshole to the top. That was what Teddy Roosevelt walk softly and carry a big stick, and also watch out for your assholes getting chilly.
Yeah.
Yep. And I, Teddy Roosevelt, we miss him every day. Not sure if
Hey, I'm on the phone.
Who's this now?
Well, I don't know if you know Alexander Graham Bell, but you can do two-way calls. I'm gonna put Teddy Roosevelt's here right now, by the way. Michael J. Fox, real quick, brought him to the future.
This is
Michael J. Fox brought him.
You're telling me that my device, the telephone, is somehow being used as a time-traveling, traversing device currently.
Yeah, that's how we're talking to you right now.
And it freaks my shit out, man!
What year did we tell you? What year we're in? By the way,
No!
We're-
I'm guessing from all the not a surf references, 1996.
But honestly, your invention gets used by Keanu Reeves and Ted.
Mm-hmm.
Great!
Bill and Keanu
Bill
Reeves.
and Ted? Ted, I believe, was just Seth MacFarlane. He's of that Family Guy you were speaking of earlier. I'm getting more information as I go.
Here's the thing, Alexander. You invented the phone, but nowadays phones are basically just tiny computers in our pockets.
I hate that.
Yeah. So
And what's a computer?
computer is a I don't know.
I have a computer. It's a Chinese man who does my taxes. Computes everything for me. Gives it to the government. Says, here you go. Gives him a fortune cookie at the end of it.
Oh, sweet.
Do you have any on you right now?
Fortune cookies?
Yeah.
They're still around. Can you believe that? Because they're kind of dumb.
I think that they're actually considered the height of entertainment until that train movie came along. Fortune cookies were how you'd gather the family around.
Yeah.
The fortune cookies, you'd crack them all open.
Could you open one up right now?
Sure. Hang on. Let me just open it. And
Crack.
Yeah. There it is.
Crumble.
I'm crumbling it.
Munch.
And then...
So loud with your noises.
And this one says, if you do a push-up, that is considered exercise.
What are your lotto numbers?
6.
It says 6 and 9.
Oh, wow.
Oh, who wrote them up? Third grader?
4, 2, and 0.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What word are they teaching you to say in Chinese?
Oh, we don't care to learn other languages quite yet.
I get that.
They're
Give
going
a
to teach you languages in the future?
Yeah, every fortune cookie they
care
teach you
for that.
languages.
Spanish, French, sometimes Latin.
And then a fun thing to do is after you say your fortune, you at the end say, in my pantaloons.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we have something similar to that.
If you do a push-up, that is considered exercise. In my pantaloons. You guys
Yeah.
get it.
I love the lack of delay. You would think if we were talking to someone in 1921, there'd be a bit of a delay, but it's just straight up.
Clear as a bell.
Yeah.
That's
Is
where
that where that
I
phrase
think.
came from?
Clear as Alexander Graham Bell.
Sure.
Can you believe that's not post-production?
Nope, there's no delay at all.
But that's not post-production. That was
was the sex
there
bell.
happens to be a bell on the table.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Alexander,
And there's a bell on the phone.
It sounds like it's New
Wish
Year's.
there was a bell in my ass.
It's New Year's Eve. Should we
I
let
like
you?
fucking guys.
Yes, can you just put Watson on the phone? I just need him to come here. I assume this
We're-
is all happening in Watson's
Yeah,
room.
we don't know what. Are you talking about that computer, the one Jeopardy?
Again, I do not get it. I know he played some chess matches, but that's as far as my Watson knowledge goes.
Are you talking about the guy from the Sherlock Holmes stories?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a
He was-
reference you can get.
Yeah. that's
Yes,
what
I
they were.
love it. Oh,
Yeah.
how ribbled.
Elementary.
Were you at the premiere of that book?
I wasn't. It was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was there.
Can you acknowledge I walked in behind you?
Who's this now?
Sherlock Holmes, Elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh, boy, I got to go.
Oh no! Well, have a good New Year's Eve.
Click.
And we're now in the room of Sherlock Holmes. We take you to the room of Sherlock Holmes and Alexander. We're both Scottish. Let's have it out.
Oh, boy.
Am I Scottish or English, actually? I work at Scotland Yard.
You're very much English. You work at Scotland Yard is British.
This is post production with Matt. I wasn't in the room at this time, but this is really fun to listen to. So enjoy this part of the podcast.
You know, you haven't called me back in a while.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
You don't want to date anymore.
Yes.
Why?
It's called ghosting.
So why did you then? I talked to you in person. You said new phone. Who dis?
Yes.
Face to
I
face.
said new invention of phone. Who dis?
And I said, it's me, Sherlock. He recognized me by face, right?
But I just kept pointing to the phone and saying, "New phone."
Who did?
Who dis?
Hello there, guys. It's me, Watson. Oh, no.
Oh no! It's Watson. Which is this? Your Watson or my Watson?
I'm both
All Watsons look alike.
All Watsons are the same.
Oh boy!
I don't know why he's on board with the stereotype. He just kind of followed up with it.
Just a subordinate guy. We all look alike. One day they'll start a place where you can buy a hot tub in Indiana named after me. It'll be a good time.
I mean, this is why he's so good as a partner for investigating crimes. The fact that he can pick up on that.
I
don't know why I call you a dumbass all the time. I'm like, elementary, bitch.
It's really upsetting. That's why I went to work for him.
Yes.
That's in my accent. That makes no sense whatsoever.
That's okay. Not everyone's good at accents, you know? Just like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Who?
It's a friend of mine. It's not the actor.
Oh boy! There's a lot of time traversing going on.
And we now take you back to 2018 in Matt's living room.
Pew pew.
This was, oh man, I can't believe we got to talk to him.
Yeah.
I wonder what he and Sherlock Holmes talked about after the fact.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. All right, is anyone still on the phone? Or
Oh, there's
oh, hello?
Hang on.
Come on. Yeah, you get it, Andy.
Come on in.
Come on. Oh,
Sachet.
Who's this?
who are you, sir?
Host of one of the worst Oscar hosting jobs of all time. I'm
James Franco?
No.
Anne Hathaway?
No. Come on. I'll give you a hint.
Chris
You're
Rock?
probably curious about how I met someone's mother.
That guy who played Ted Mosby that's on that new TV
I
show?
don't know who Ted Mosby is.
You should. You were on the program with him. Yeah.
That's probably Joe speaking from outside the character then.
He's
Oh.
the titular I in How I Met Your Mother.
Daniel Stern?
That show? No, you're thinking of The Wonder Years. And you're thinking of Bob Saget.
Yeah, people call me the Kevin Arnold of adult actors.
You're Neil Patrick Harris. But listen,
Yeah.
you have, what's interesting about How I Met Your Mother? There's actually 4 titular characters in that title.
I thought you were going to tell me what's interesting about how you met my mother.
No.
That's how I, right?
Right,
I met
the two
kids' mother.
Mother,
Yeah.
she's dead. Spoiler alert.
Is that really
Spoiler
part of the
alert. She dies, and then he ends up marrying Robin. I'll spoil it. I don't give a
I've
shit.
not seen
Wow.
it.
Yeah, sorry.
You haven't seen it?
You filmed it? Did they just film it out of order?
Well, no, and I'm kind of like Chandler from Friends, where I was so high the whole time I just don't remember anything.
Sure.
You were, but you're like you're a big philanthropist. And
What's your favorite? What's the favorite thing you've
I don't
ever?
know anything about me. Tell me more.
What's your favorite thing you've ever done? Which would you
Probably
rather, Doogie Howser?
Harvey Firestein.
Oh, mercy sakes! I really appreciate you as an actor, but I don't know why you have to come in here and only be stereotypical of a gay man.
do you think that Harvey Firestein is catching a lot of flack right now from people thinking he's Harvey Weinstein?
We've talked about this before.
Not me.
Not me either, technically. Actually, I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Who was?
Joe was.
Oh, Joe's here. Joe,
Yeah.
you guys have talked about this before?
No, it was on an episode where you played Harvey Firestein way back when.
I played Harvey Firestein on an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad news, good timing.
Bad news, good timing.
Yeah.
The
And I
precursor.
think it was shortly after that.
Joe, have you met Neil Patrick Harris?
Hello. Hi.
He was on. He's in that White Castle movie.
Oh,
You mean that White Castle trilogy?
Yeah, was it 3?
Yeah. Let's count them down.
Harold and Kumar.
Go to White Castle.
Okay, that's just the first one.
And I'm like shirtless in that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a bunch of shit. That was like your comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh huh.
Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, that's right.
My favorite.
And there's the Christmas one,
Is that
right?
really the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then the third
Rob
one is
Corddry's
called
in it, I
A
think.
very 3D, or I think it's called A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas
Yeah,
in 3D.
I think so. Were you
Well,
on all?
we're working on another one. Harold and Kumar go to SeaWorld.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
In
that
this
doesn't
day
sound
and
as exciting.
Did you,
We basically just walk around and
Was
watch.
your idea to just like build it up and then just bring it down the end? It's like Harold and Kumar walk
I'm
around.
trying free the orcas.
Yeah.
okay, does SeaWorld sign off on this?
Not yet.
Oh,
Is
so
this all stolen shots?
what are you going
or
to call
how
it?
does
If
this
it's like
work?
that one movie at Disney World. Did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Filmed
in
gorillas.
Tomorrowland, or what's it called?
No, that's like an actual movie. They filmed a movie at Disney World.
Yeah,
It's some random dude.
it's
What?
Is it called Tomorrowland?
It's called something like that.
What's the
Fantasyland
dolphin
or
movie?
something.
The one with that guy who
Dolphin
used to rely
Tale?
on Flipper.
Blackfish,
Oh,
No.
The Cove.
Free
The
Willy.
Cove. Jesus, was that sad? It was like that one scene in How I Met Your Mother when what's his face finds out about his dad being dead.
Whose dad
You've
dies?
never watched the show, have you?
I think there is a scene
Oh,
of Jason
Marshall,
Segel.
when Marshall finds
Yeah.
out that his
Oh,
dad
when
died.
the Patrick from SpongeBob
That's
dies.
legit the only scene I've seen.
Or the guy Dauber from Coach.
Oh, is he
Dauber
the dad?
Was Patrick? Wait,
Yeah.
hang on. We're all finding out different things here. Dauber was the dad. Was Patrick from SpongeBob?
Yes.
Wow.
Dude, my favorite episode is when Claire Danes, helps get that guy free. The guy who turns out to be a terrorist.
Is this SpongeBob?
Yeah, no, from How I Met Your Mother. And Mandy Patinkin's trying to help Claire Danes out.
I think you're thinking of the show Homeland. Again, I don't think you've seen any How I Met Your Mother.
I
What are you
don't.
talking about?
So I'm looking up that movie filmed in
I
Disney.
can't believe Omar died in How I Met Your Mother.
Again, I'm
That
pretty
was really
sure.
sad.
that
Omar
you're-
coming. That was
Yeah.
my catchphrase in How I Met Your Mother.
No,
I think
it
it's
wasn't.
Suit Up.
Farmer
I
in
think
the
Suit
Dell.
Up was your catchphrase.
Oh, did I really have suit up?
Suit Up, I believe.
Suit Up, and
This is making me not
and-
want to.
and
Bazinga?
Also, no,
No,
it was,
that's a different one.
Wait for it, right? What was it?
It was Wait for It,
He'd say,
and then something.
Do I
Yeah.
talk to the camera at all on the show?
no.
But it's my narration, right? the
No,
whole
it's
time?
Bob Saget.
Why is he calling the shots?
He got paid to do it, I guess. I don't know.
But who's his character then?
He's Ted in the future.
It's me though in the future, right?
no.
Escape from Tomorrowland is the name of that
Escape
movie.
from Tomorrowland. I was right about the Tomorrowland.
You
Dude,
were.
my favorite part of the show is when Sean Connery and Nick Cage try and kick Ed Harris out of that prison.
Mine
Alcatraz.
too. So sick of this guy.
The VX gas. It was going to ruin everything.
No, I tried to save San Francisco.
What a hilarious 30-minute comedy about Alcatraz.
It's a great episode.
Sure. I love that.
Um,
In looking up that movie, I found out the first movie ever filmed in Disney World was Ernest Saves Christmas.
Wow.
Putting it out there. Well, Neil,
Bye.
yeah.
why are you so angry with me? Because I don't know any of my.
You don't know anything about this. Like, I appear to love this show more than you do.
Yeah. You don't know Dr. Horrible?
Ever heard of that?
Are you like Frankie Muniz when you don't remember your career?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a bunch of spinoffs too. How I Met Your Mother.
Uh-huh.
How I Dated Your Daughter.
They tried to make a How I Met Your Father. That was they
How long did
wanted
that
to
last?
make that movie. They didn't, but they were trying to make it.
That's right. It was going to be Greta Gerwig, I believe, was involved.
Well, there's just too many. Yeah, Big Bang Theory, and then you got Young Sheldon, right?
Yeah,
And then
it
there's
seems-
also the other spinoff of Big Bang Theory, the Creationist Theory.
Yeah.
I love it.
That one's not as popular.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just a Westboro Baptist Church kind
You
of.
wouldn't know it talking to them, though. They talk about how great it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. 97% of all TV critics don't think that's a good show.
What, Young Sheldon?
No, the creation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was science-based.
Andy,
joke.
can we talk about why you don't like me?
I just thought that you would be like I love you in all those movies. I love you on How I Met Your
You're a
Mother.
triple threat.
You liked my suitcase bit at the Oscars, right?
I look, first of all, poor Robert Duvall. Like you
Did I call on him? I can't remember.
You did. You were trying. You're getting Robert Duvall involved, and he's like 90 fucking 100
Old
years
as hell.
old.
The judge.
And you're just like, Robert, what do you think of this? And he's just like, please kill me. So it's just like, and I didn't think you were that bad. I didn't think that you deserved, everything you
the
got.
flack that I got.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, one of my favorite episodes of How I Met Your Mother, once more, is when Robert Duvall did a guest spot, and he said, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, no.
It smells like victory.
That's horrible.
Oh, was that
for-
your mother?
For everyone.
And that's how he met my mother.
That's how the secret.
Sorry
I don't
for-
think that's how you found out. Was
What?
in Vietnam?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That episode where I went to Nam.
You suited
Remember?
up.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Gook.
Why would you do that?
Because you were in Nam. That's what they called them at the time.
On the first episode.
He met his mother on the first episode. That would be a really bad show.
I was
if
saying
on the
more-
first episode, the pilot, you meet the mother. It's like, oh, I guess we're done.
that sounds like a movie,
Yeah, that sounds more like a film.
more like a film
feature,
or
a feature
short
film.
of some kind.
Oh, that's not a good idea. I like
All right,
those.
well, it was good stopping in.
Yeah, could you go out the back door? But please don't let anyone in who's out there whatsoever. Please don't let anyone that's hanging out outside
Okay,
inside.
see you later.
All
All
right.
right, close it.
Yeah, close the door, please.
Creek? Hey, guys.
Oh my god, there were so many people out there. It's like The Birds, but with shitty characters.
I have gotten so many notes from my landlord. You got to clean out that fucking
You know,
hallway.
I saw Beetlejuice and Michael Keaton talking out there.
They were both out there?
They're sharing stories from the set.
Oh my gosh.
Andy, I'm a little disappointed in how much you didn't like Neil Patrick
Why do
Harris.
you care?
I don't know. I thought he was fun.
I'm disappointed in Neil Patrick Harris. He brought literally nothing to the table. It's as if Neil Patrick Harris knew nothing about his life whatsoever other than stereotypical gay activities.
I said he said two things.
Uh-huh.
and I miss him already.
About the Oscars?
I don't remember what I said. He said.
Oh,
It's a real
don't-
he said
It's a real he said, I said.
Yeah, don't drop the curtain.
Let's talk about the news. No, I mean, I don't know. What's going on in your guys' lives, you know? Let's talk, we don't need the characters all the time. They can sit in the back.
We did a show last night that went real bad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Where were you guys?
Under the Gun Theater.
Yeah.
It was funny.
boy.
Adam Burke commented it was pretty funny. I said, Actual Murders are at Under the Gun Theater. He's like, oof, really rough name for a venue and
Rough
sketch
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
To
for,
have
for
that.
those two names.
For sure.
Not good branding this week.
Yeah. We had some tech issues with some videos.
By the way, I was in the group when we named it Actual Murders.
You were?
I wasn't there. Were
I
you
don't-
there?
Yeah, I was there.
I don't know if you remember me raising my hand and saying, "Are we worried that like a news event could make this name really unsavory?" And everyone was like, "No, it'll still be funny."
Yeah. J. Michael Osborne. It's his fault.
right.
Andy, you were actually in the video that we showed last night.
Oh, which one was it?
True Love
True
trailer?
Love. I showed that at a show in Louisville recently.
Oh, for real?
I got your permission.
Oh, how'd it go?
It went great. Got
Oh,
a
good.
great reaction.
Good.
Last night, it went fine once the volume started. It played the
no.
first minute and a half played with no volume.
That's one of those things that'll really kill a video.
Yeah.
Not being able to hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, unless that's the real advantage.
Like that happened with The Artist.
I was gonna say the real advantage of like a Buster Keaton.
Yeah.
Like if the audio doesn't work, it's like you're fine.
I know, right?
Sure. We should, from now on, let's hire a pianist to come and play at our shows in case there's no audio in
Get
the
that
thing.
guy from the music box.
Get that guy from I.O.
That's fun.
That guy from
That
I.O.
one guy from I.O.?
We'd have been better off doing improv last night.
Probably.
We had too many tech cues, and it was someone who was new at doing tech.
It was actually our least tech heavy show, and I thought, oh, this is going to be easy, and it just wasn't. So
Yeah.
No, we should mention part of the reason that we're doing this whole show is because we're about to be neighbors.
yeah,
We're about to be neighbors at the Laugh Factory,
Yeah.
you guys and me.
Sure.
Because you're going to be on first Sundays at 7:00 with Actual Murders.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And your first Sunday's at 9:00 with
character
Drink, Date,
assess-
Laugh.
Oh,
It's not Drink Date. I do
not Drink, Date, Laugh?
produce Drink Date Laugh every Friday, but that's not. First Sundays is going to be Character Assassination. It's going to be a very character heavy.
That's what I like about it. It works
Evening.
well together, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Tracy and Hepburn.
What's
Works
the
well
like?
together.
I don't know what the likelihood this is. We haven't talked about it. I just had this idea. What if we booked like a guest spot for one of the performers from Andy's show to come early and
Do some
do some
roasties?
roast jokes or something?
That's fun.
Like a little, maybe don't use their material for the show, but kind of like an idea of what the show might be, so people might stick around.
There are all kinds of options.
I think that might be kind of fun. That is valid. There are a whole bunch of things for sure.
I mean, it's good that we have a segment of the show called "Openly Discussing Our Marketing Strategy."
Come on, let's work it out.
I'm glad. We. Wow, Jesus, only 10. We have 20.
Only 10 characters.
Have we considered sending out like a email blast? We should do that maybe.
Well, Matt,
Well, we
again,
have our-
we can discuss all this off
Yeah.
air.
How about flyers? Have we considered getting flyers?
I've left business
Can
cards.
we get
in.
Neil Patrick Harris back in here?
It's sorry, it's boring, guys.
Nope, just please leave.
Okay.
Close that door.
How do we get on the jam? Can we get on the jam?
What's that?
It's like WCIU's morning show that has comedians on it from time to
Oh,
I've seen,
Andy
like-
was on the news.
time. Andy was on the news.
Louisville.
In Louisville recently, I performed or I didn't perform, but
Yeah.
we were doing the roast of Stephen King in a library down there.
Dude, I was so worried Mandy was going to stay in character, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be weird. And then when she broke, I was like, oh, phew, that
Yeah.
would have been...
It was so I was Andy Dufresne
Fun.
from the Shawshank Redemption.
I saw that photograph and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? I was
Yeah.
like, that doesn't look like the Andy I know.
Yeah, because I'm shaven, I have hair.
I think he meant the Andy Dufresne he knows.
Yeah,
Right.
you look nothing like Tim Robbins.
You look like him after he crawled through all the poop.
Oh, you smelled like it. You smell like it now.
Okay, you
Come
guys.
on, that's mean.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Are you living or dying? Because you got to get busy
You gotta
doing
get
one
busy.
of them.
I just like to get busy getting busy.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Goddamn right.
That'd be funny if Andy chimed in after Red said that. Get busy living, get busy dying. Or get busy, get busy.
It doesn't matter as long as you get busy.
you think they fucked on that boat down in Mexico?
That was a joke Andy had on the news.
That's true. And it
You
made,
talked about them fucking
it
on a
made, one half of the two morning show hosts very uncomfortable.
boat.
She's like, "No, don't ruin this for me." And then the other one's like, "What's wrong with that?"
She goes, what did she say? She goes, well, this is probably why it's R-rated.
I know, yeah.
I think I told you I wanted her to be like, because they're talking about men fucking. Like, turn to the camera and say that.
Yeah.
She counts as a character.
The one time I did the news for that Never Not Funny kind of benefit show that we did,
Yeah.
the Smile Train thing.
That's right.
Before I go on the air, it was those two ladies that used to do the WCIU show. The girl was like, yeah, we saw some of your comedy. You're not going to try to finger us, are you? Like, said that like right before I went on the air, and I'm like, what's happening?
Count those characters, by the way.
Morgan Freeman.
News lady, Morgan Freeman, and Andy Dufresne, because we mentioned him.
That doesn't count.
Hello. There you go.
There it is.
Oh.
Andy, can I ask you a question?
I would love that.
What was the safe? What was the combination to that safe? Do
You think I
remember?
remember the combination to a safe?
Yeah, you did it every day for years. I would think that you would remember the combination
Okay,
to that
what was
safe.
the combination to your high school locker?
12, 20, 13.
All right, I'll tell you what the combination with to the safe was.
All right.
26, 34, 26.
The way you like your women.
And then the last part was only if she 5'3".
What was that shit tunnel like?
The shit tunnel?
What was that? How many football fields?
3.
Five. Oh, that was 500 yards.
500 yards.
5 football fields of
That's
shit.
right. That's right.
I got a question. Here's my thing. Were there any?
I
Was there any
you
part
didn't
of the
answer mine,
sisters?
but that's totally fine.
What do you think he's gonna say about crawling through shit?
After a while, you might get used to it. It might be okay.
You're
You
like,
might miss it.
you're like, what is he going to say about crawling through shit? Let me bring up the people that raped him and ask him about that.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Was there anything you liked about him? Was there anything like?
Did you respect?
You're like,
You know what? I like you. You bring a positive spin to things. And
how much you been smoking lately? By the way.
what's up?
Your voice was a
This
little
is just my
gruffer.
normal Tim Robbins voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so
I bet you wish you were Tim Robbins as opposed to Andy Dufresne, right?
Would you ever get fucked by those rapists, or have to fuck what's her name? They broke up not too long ago.
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon.
Oh boy! First of all, trigger warning. Second of all,
Bernie bro. She's a
personal
Bernie bro.
trigger warning.
Yeah.
Third of all, would I rather? Your question is, would I rather get fucked by rapists,
Yeah.
or have sex with the very attractive Susan Sarandon?
Yeah. That's my question.
Who still got it, by the way.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Always had it.
Never lost it.
Never lost it. She lost it. She lost it once. She had to call the lost and found at American Airlines.
Yeah.
And
That
she
was
said, "Do you
also-
have it?"
She left it in the little pocket.
the
Very
pocket.
close
Yeah.
to being the instead of get busy living or get busy dying. It was going to be always had it, never lost it. She lost it, but went to the lost and found.
So yeah, answer my question. Was it better to be raped by those prisoners or to have sex with
And
Susan
that's the
Sarandon?
eternal question, isn't it?
It is.
It's
Yeah.
sort of a philosophical question when you think about it. But I guess if I had to choose one, I'd go with the consensual sex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, my least favorite Disney show, by the way, was Sister Sisters. I just followed those guys around.
Mine was about cancerous boils, and it was called Sister.
Yeah. I didn't have a favorite Disney. We didn't have cable growing
I
up.
think Andy Fleming's funnier than Andy Dufresne, though.
First of all, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, Andy, you've been kind of
Thank
quiet.
you. I'm always in awe of Stephen King characters.
Yeah, sure.
I'm the same way around Cujo.
Around Cujo. Yeah.
All right, can I ask another question for Andy Dufresne? Yeah, Cujo, sure.
Cujo's
What up, dog?
okay.
Andy
Cujo.
Dufresne. Now, I've seen the movie Shawshank Redemption. I've not read the book, so I don't know if it's different.
It's just a novella.
Okay, cool. When that guy that you were teaching how to do stuff, count it.
We had a
Wait, what? Who's that character?
the water glass movie on the table.
When that guy died, when they shot him, I don't know if you knew this. They shot him. You've seen the film at this point. I
Yes,
imagine.
yeah, I've seen it.
Johnny, I don't remember the guy's name.
Johnny or
Was
something.
it something like that? How many days after Johnny passed away? Because that's kind of your breaking point. That's when you're like, I got to get the fuck out of here. How many days after that did it take for you to masturbate?
This is weird, but during
Oh, wow. You heard the gunshots.
I was watching actually.
Oh, my God.
I was like, because you never masturbate in prison, but then sure enough, that guy's getting shot, and bring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
As Beavis and Butthead would say, boing, 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 boing.
I don't get that reference, but
You want to bring him in? You want to talk to both of them?
Yeah, bring in Beavis and Butthead. Hey, guys.
Hey.
How you doing?
I forgot how slow-paced these characters are.
Joe, do you have any questions for Beavis and Butthead?
I mean, honestly, I loved your show. I do understand Matt's point about how it could be. Or was it you who said they were very grating?
No, I was a fan of the show.
Oh, I think it was maybe someone told me that they like just didn't care for it.
Mm-hmm. I got a question for Beers and Butthead. You always made fun of those videos. Were there any of those videos that you actually liked?
I liked Sixpence None the Richer.
I like the video for Corn Freak on a Leash. Freak on a Leash.
Oh, all right, very good. I've noticed that I'm missing all of my toilet paper. Did anyone by chance take this toilet paper?
Oh, that was me. Can I explain?
Oh, Andy Dufresne.
Yeah. I actually required that TP for my bunghole.
Oh my God, yeah. Andy Dufresne, meet Beavis.
Hi, how's it going?
King of the Hill's a great show.
Butthead, are you saying that? Are you a fan?
Yeah, I think he's sitting in Mike judgment of other shows.
Who's your favorite character on King of the Hill?
Not Hank. He used to yell at us all the time. Remember, Beavis?
That's right.
Those were the days.
I think they sounded similar. I don't think they're necessarily the same person.
They are.
No, they're not. It's not a spinoff.
They are, Matt.
Hank?
No, it's still Butthead.
Oh, okay, very good.
I've just decided to speed up my tone
because you're a man now?
I think
you're a man
I'm
now, Butthead.
37 years old, Butthead. I'm working in office.
I'm still 17.
Yeah. Well, you had the anti-Pageria.
That's what I love about Beavises. I get older, they stay the same age.
I'm actually taking a class at the YMCA.
What are you learning?
Oh, how to take clothes off dolls.
I got a warning, because it's actually Joe's uncle that hosts that does that show. Don't stay in a room by yourself with him.
Why?
Not to brag, but he takes advantage of children.
He's a pedophile.
Not to brag.
Not to brag, but I like to fuck adult men.
Oh, all right then. Then stick around. Linger after. Be like the Cranberries and linger.
She passed on.
She's no longer with us. You know who got?
She's with my cousin Chuck.
You know who
He's
got
been on the phone the whole time.
The whole time.
I've enjoyed most of it. Didn't like Neil Patrick Harris either.
You said whole.
You know who got real sad about the Cranberries dying?
Who?
I believe she is on America's Got Talent. It's me, it's Heidi Klum.
Hi, Heidi.
Hello, how are you guys?
Look at the youngas on her.
Oh my God, thank you very much. I'm a model. I like my youngers.
You see that as a compliment.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I like to be objectified as much as I possibly can.
Okay, objectified.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, there's a knock at the door.
Hey, I have this postage for Matt. Sorry, half my face is burnt.
Oh my God, seal?
No, I'm a guy with just a burnt face.
Oh my God! What is your?
Wow!
What is your name?
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful too.
Oh, Heidi, you certainly have a type.
What's your name, by the way? So I can write it down on the list.
They call me the Hound.
The Hound.
The Hound. Okay.
My brother put my face in a fire, so I'm scared of it.
Is your brother by any chance named the Mountain?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Oh, just a guess.
Hold on.
Just a guess from the very little I know about Game of Thrones.
So you went from protecting the realm to now being a male person?
You've heard of me?
Yes.
Holy Toledo.
Of course, you hung out with that small girl.
Yeah, Arya. Wow,
Yeah.
you guys know so much. Right?
I know.
Yeah, you're like Joe's uncle hanging out with small girls.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh, who's that? What does he
Also-
do?
Uncle Philip.
Oh.
He's a pedophile. I heard as I walked in.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
Yeah,
You
kind of sound like
remind me of his Amazon team.
just a little bit. But it's me, Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum. Yeah, what? So the
Can I
name-
have a moment with her?
Who's
Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh, this is what's
The
your
Hound.
name?
The Hound.
The Hound. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot you were the.
What, do I not sound like how I normally sound? Do I sound a lot like Joe, casually talking?
Please, go ahead.
Well, first off, Matt, here you go. This is a new baseball hat.
Oh my gosh, I don't have enough. Thank you so much. That puts me around 37 hats now. Yeah, thank you very much.
Can we have a moment away from you guys, but can we hold on to the microphones?
Yeah, that's fine. Andy and I will just go get a snack.
I need more water anyway, so I'm going to pour water. You guys talk.
Beavis,
Perfect.
Butthead, Andy Dufresne, if you guys could all take off.
Yeah, I'm going to take off. Andy, it's in the fridge. There's water in the fridge. There's also turkey sausage patties if you want to eat them cold.
Well, Heidi, God,
Yes.
it's like,
What's up?
it's kismet.
It's so weird.
You're hot. My face is fucked up. It's like a perfect kind of.
Did you know my husband? My
No,
ex-husband?
Who is he?
Seal.
Seal? Okay.
Yeah, he's a
I'm just glad he didn't say
musician.
Littlefinger. Hate that guy.
Yeah, why?
He's just manipulative.
Oh, okay.
You know? I really think we have a connection, though.
I think so,
I don't know if you
too.
date low-class people.
I
Or
dated-
lower class. I don't mean to say, like, there's something wrong with me or my profession, but...
I mean, I have very low self-esteem.
Do you?
Yeah.
Where's that from?
It's all those years of people saying I couldn't make it, I was ugly.
Who said that? Jesus, is that a
Yeah.
true fact?
Yeah, it's a horrible part of my past.
Man.
Yeah, it's very bad. Mostly a musician named Katy Perry is not a fan of what I did.
I've not heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, we should
I
talk
hope
to her.
she's not nearby. Oh my God, who is it?
What's happening?
Katy Perry!
I was-
Tis I.
I was hoping it was Steve Perry. I'm a huge fan of Journey.
He's my father.
Katy Perry, your dad is just Steve Perry?
That's right, and you
Who's
should
your
know
mom?
that about me.
Steve Perry, I am her dad.
You're hot,
Oh,
then you're
no.
cold. You're wet, then you're dry. That's a song that I do.
Why do you say I'm ugly all the time?
Why did like I think that your question is for God, the creator. Like, why did he make you ugly?
Hound, please
God damn, is this what
protect
Katy Perry's
me.
really like?
Protect me, Hound.
Me, the Hound, doesn't
Clearly,
like it.
I'm right here. This is clearly what Katy Perry is really like. Is this what this dumb dick with half his face burned off is really like?
Hey, don't talk to my man like that.
Your man?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
dating now.
You're dating a mailman now?
Yeah.
I just walked in, but all I can tell about him is that he's a mailman.
Well, he was wearing the outfit.
Wait a minute. You're dating another guy with half of a fucked up
yeah,
face?
hey.
You know,
I
your
gotta-
song relates to me. When my brother was putting my head in the fire, it's like, you're hot, and then you're cold when you're on that fire.
See why I did him? He's a funny guy.
It's kind of like the show, too, where it's like, you're hot if you're in the kingdom, and you're cold if you're a White Walker, because you're north of the wall. Winter's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever considered doing stand-up comedy?
I
know-
played at the Apollo a couple times.
What would have been funny is if while he was putting your face in the fire, if he was like, "Baby, you're a firework."
I don't think that would have been funny. I don't think you should do stand-up comedy.
Well, I don't need to because I'm a fucking billionaire from doing music.
Tell me about it up top. What, are you curious why I'm a fan of that? You don't understand why I'm a fan
I
of
just
it?
put the microphone up to your hand to hear that no one was clapping it.
Katy
Stop
Perry,
hitting the microphone.
Katy Perry, do you know Marvin Berry?
Yes, my cousin, Marvin Perry.
Was Marvin Perry on the phone?
Huh?
He called me a while ago and he put Britney Spears on the phone and he said, "You know that sound you're looking for?"
Uh-huh.
And then he told me to listen to this and I said, "That sucks. I'm going to do my own thing instead."
That's pretty good. Steve Perry, are you still here?
Oh, Steve Perry is still around. Oh, God.
We're back to Steve. Why did you stop singing so much? You used to be like like when I was a kid. You used to be all over MTV and stuff, and now you're nowhere to be found. What's up with that? Ooey, what's up with that?
Give me the question again.
Steve Perry, when I was a child, you were all over MTV and stuff. Why did you stop singing?
Excuse me. I want to know. This is the future of this.
That's the song No Nagasaki No.
Katy Perry, I think you should record that song. I think it'd be a big hit. Who sang that?
I kind of feel like I'm riffed out. But
You better
I'm gonna
not
push through.
because we got 9
how many more
to
characters?
go.
It's our first. You're building up your endurance, and I've lost track of who
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
exactly.
Well, the Hound is here, and Steve Perry's here.
That's been the hound.
We've got a great show. The Hound is here.
Stop stealing my gigs! Marvin Berry's on the phone, and possibly Marvin Perry. I don't know if we've talked to him
what
or
about
not.
Dave Barry? I like comics, right? I like guys who
Yeah.
have wit. You know.
You know that new humor you've been looking for? Well, read this.
So I was at the store the other day, and I picked up a magazine, and I bought the magazine, and
Is this Dave Barry?
it's me, Dave Barry.
Wow, we got Steve Perry, Dave Barry, Marvin Barry, and Katy Perry all in one room. Can you believe it?
He puts the magazine like a cartoon up to the phone. He's like, I can't read through the phone.
I don't know. Have you ever been fishing?
Back to the Future 4. It's just the worst.
This is Matt. I used to. This is not Dave Barry. I used to read Dave Barry books like when I was a kid because they were humorous.
Yeah.
And I liked that Dave's World TV show.
All right, I used to read Goosebumps. Who cares?
I read.
Stop trying to show off.
Whenever I watch Wheel of Fortune, I think it says R.L. Stein at the end when they try
I
to guess
agree.
the last
I
thing.
do.
It does. If R.L. Stein was ever the clue, they'd get all the letters but one.
The worst. You have to guess the I think,
Yeah.
right?
You have to buy a vowel.
Yeah. It'd be crazy.
I think the same thing.
Who's this now?
Who do you think? I get you.
Pat
I get
Sajak?
the feeling you're getting a couple. You're getting chills on your arm.
Joe Pesci?
I wrote. What's that one?
R.L. Stein?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, R.L. Stein? We got two authors
I can't
here in
remember
the
the names
list.
of any of my books. What's the one where the kid turns into a werewolf at camp?
It's the same book every time, right?
Kind of.
I forget what it's
How
called.
offensive. How dare
I
you.
remember the titles The Haunted Mask.
Yeah, that's about a mass that's haunted.
Yeah. You were kind of on the nose. So the one about the werewolf at camp was probably called A Werewolf at Camp.
You know what? I remember it now. It's called. There's a kid at camp who turns into a werewolf. Watch out!
Hey, R.L. Stein, I have a question for you. I've always wanted to ask you this question.
I don't know who this is.
Did you ever meet Annie? This is Heidi Klum. I think. I don't know.
Are you sure it's not Tammy Faye Baker?
And it's Heidi Klum. Did you ever meet Annie Martin, who wrote the Babysitters Club books? And if so, do I sound like John Travolta?
Wait, ask the question again.
Put your phone down, R.L. Stein.
No, I was looking up the names of some of my books.
Well,
I've been called the Stephen King of children's literature. How does Andy Dufresne feel about that?
what's this now?
Who would be the Andy Dufresne of Goosebumps books?
Is there a Goosebumps book about a kid who has to tunnel out of fat camp? I would read that.
I wrote a book called The Green Kilometer.
You know, I used to run a library.
Oh.
Just a fact. Anyways.
Were any of my books in there?
Not at the time.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't around.
I wonder if there are currently Goosebumps books in prison libraries.
Andy Dufresne, I have a question for you.
Yeah, another one.
When you were up on that roof,
Bunch of questions.
when
That's
you were
funny,
up on
yeah.
there tarring that roof, and you told that security guard that you could,
I could do his taxes
if
for
he trusts his wife,
Do you trust your wife?
and he took
Got
you
my buddy.
all the way up to the side. Did you shit yourself?
He was gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to kill you.
Yeah.
Did you shit yourself?
Well, you know, as humans, we have fight or flight reflexes.
Sure.
And what you do is you void your bowels.
Yeah.
To make yourself lighter.
Sort of ironic that you shit yourself then, and then you had to go through all that shit to get out of
It
prison.
was almost like my first. I'm sorry.
You shit your way into
this
prison,
guy has
shit
something
your
he
way
just
out.
has to interrupt us with. What is it?
No, just, I have to say that my two favorite books that I wrote was Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 1
Yeah.
and Invasion of the Body Squeezers Part 2.
Sure, yeah. Can I say, and this is Matt here, I think the only character that'll never actually honestly ever be on the show is the real Joe Fernandez. Yeah. That's what I said.
That's such an astute point about going behind the curtain of comedy.
Yeah,
It's still me, Katy Perry.
Yeah, and I agree with Matt.
Yeah. Sorry,
Me,
Joe.
the Hound.
Oh, Hand, so we're going to go out on a date or what's going on? God, that's not the same voice.
Matt, how about you talk to Heidi and see what her deal?
Heidi, so we should try to put you together with the Hound. I think that's a good idea.
Let me ask you one question, Heidi.
Okay.
Do you feel lucky? It's me, Dirty Harry, here to meet with Marvin Berry, Steve Perry, and Katy Perry.
I do feel like I've lived a very blessed life.
Let me ask you one question.
All
What's
right.
your favorite genre of music? Is it punk? Punk?
Dirty Harry has more than one question.
Let me ask you one question. Shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking.
He's a bear enthusiast. I don't know what that means.
I do. See, what just happened is a visual cue led us to read about Timothy Treadwell,
I know
the
who it
lead
is.
character of Grizzly Man,
Yeah.
the Werner Herzog film.
Oh.
He's no longer with us.
Oh, really? What happened to him?
He didn't feel lucky.
Yeah, he did not feel it. There's apparently audio of him getting eaten by a bear.
There's video, too.
We can hear it right now.
Ow! 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 Count the bear in that, too.
The bear we didn't hear.
Yum! Yum! This is delicious.
All right.
Ow! Yum!
Can we
love
clear
this.
the room? Can we add it? Can we just
Okay, yeah.
It's just
go
Matt,
back to the
just
three of us?
original
if we
three.
can?
Everyone,
Yeah.
get out.
Everyone close the door on your way out.
Yeah. Please.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! So many bad impressions are out there.
I'm so glad I finally changed the lock so Toby Keith can't make his way into the house. It's,
Door open. What'd you say?
Get the fuck out of here!
Door closed.
Oh god damn it, Toby Keith. This is by far, although this is very hard, is by far way shorter than any episode of Bad News.
That
Good
is
Time.
100% true.
Yeah.
We've
wow.
mostly done 3-hour episodes with Andy, and luckily the mics have been plugged in the entire time.
I know
so
this will be a
people-
first.
so people will be able to hear it. It'll be a good time.
Well, I think we did a great job.
Yeah.
And to tie it all up, Marvin
Oh, no.
or Chuck,
Wait,
you know that podcast sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to the past hour and a half.
Joe, I got interrupted. You know we're not done yet, right?
Yeah.
What do we have?
4 more.
Oh, shoot.
4 more.
I was going for a call
I
back.
gotta
Would have
say-
been a great callback.
Yeah, it would have been good. I gotta say, there's very rarely like none of our
Hi,
classic
hello.
characters.
Count those two.
No.
We already counted the cup, so I don't think that should.
The cup moving.
The cup moving was a character.
Oh my God! He walked back in.
It's his brother. Count it.
No.
He getting cupped by his bro.
Hey, so earlier I heard that Heidi Klum sounded like Amazon Tammy. So it's been a long time.
But
Can
do
we
we-
get her in here? She's
Can we do
she's
a
right over there.
reference, For previous?
Yeah, of course.
You think?
I think it's fine.
Well,
I think anyone
let's
that
give
listens to
context.
this,
I don't know. What do you think?
Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh, hello everybody. How's it going?
Everyone knows who he is.
It's great to
though.
be here.
Yeah.
Do.
You called into our 200th episode,
That's right.
and then we just not long after that we took it off the internet.
What happened?
Joe doesn't like us having podcasts online, so we took it offline.
Yeah.
What happened, Joe?
Too many offensive
And you
things,
say,
although-
oh, you're referring to the previous podcast, Bad News, Good Time, and on which I was a guest a couple of times.
I was.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
You stole music from my cousin Chuck.
who's this? Is that Marvin Barry?
Yeah.
Marvin, good
That
to
new
see
sound
you.
he was looking for, he took it from a white guy. Cultural
no.
appropriation.
Do. Listen.
There's the John Mulaney bit where he talks about that.
Oh, for real?
He talks about like the idea of pitching Back to the Future. He's like, and we're gonna say that Chuck Berry took that music from white person, so we're
Yeah.
gonna take that from. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
interesting.
A funny bit.
What do you think about that, Paul?
Well, it's funny. I actually have never seen the movie.
That's
but,
not funny.
I knew a John, too.
Oh well, John, who do you know?
John Lennon.
Who's that?
I think he's a Russian guy. He created.
No, you're
Marxism.
thinking-
yeah.
Can I
John
interrupt?
Ivy
Can I,
Lennon.
excuse me, guys,
Marxism.
can I
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
in here?
Yeah.
You're thinking of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin.
Oh, okay. So who are you talking about then?
John Winston Lennon.
What?
I don't know
Lead
that.
singer of the Plastic Ono
I
Band.
think you're thinking of Lululemon.
Oh,
no,
Lululemon.
No, guys, again, can I stop you for
Are
a
you talking
second
about
here?
Don Lemon
No.
from CNN?
Again, no. He's a CNN anchor.
Yeah.
John Lennon, I was in a rock band with him.
What was it called?
It was called the Beatles.
How's
You
it
actually
spelled?
have it sitting right here. You have some Beatles Hot Wheels sitting right here, I've noticed. And that's not a joke. You actually have some Beatles Hot Wheels sitting here.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Of course, you've got the Magical Mystery Tour bus.
I don't know what this is.
You got the rubber. You don't. It's in your house.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in my house.
You sure do, by the way.
Thank you.
There's more stuff than rooms in this house. I guess that
That's most
that's
houses.
normal,
I would
I guess.
imagine.
Oh, McCartney, how are you?
Steve Parry,
Yeah.
my old friend. Do. Great to see
Can we
you.
do a duet of
I
Steve
think you
Perry?
got inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier than me, and that's bullshit. Journey was more influential than the Beatles.
Oh, Steve Perry. Who are the Beatles? I keep hearing this name. Who are the Beatles?
A band that ripped us off.
Excuse me, I think I can help explain things.
Ringo?
That's right, it's me, Ringo.
Oh my God, Ringo Starr.
To the wall.
I love Ringo Starr from Shiny Time Station.
That's right.
all
I was
I know
on
you
Shiny
from.
Time Station.
Mhm. And
Oh,
the-
Ringo, it's been so long since I've seen you. How you doing? It's great to be here with you, buddy. This is my mate, Paul. We were in a rock and roll band together.
Okay, you were going to explain who you were? Yeah.
I'm Richard Starkey, a.k.a. Ringo Starr.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I was the drummer for the band called the Beatles. And then it's me. I was in there too, and I played the bass
Now,
guitar.
I'm
and
familiar with...
I'm James Paul McCartney.
I hate to interrupt. I'm very familiar...
It doesn't seem like you do. You do it quite a lot.
I do. I am very familiar with the Ringo Starr All-Star Band. I think you're great.
Thank you.
Some of those songs are fantastic. People seem to
Yes.
really love them.
People really do. People love. You know what's crazy? And this is a true story. I was in a grocery store the other day. Just What is wrong with your face? What is wrong with your face right now, Joe? Joe, It's me, Ringo Starr. What's wrong with the face?
Maybe the Ringo ate your baby.
Okay, that's...
You hear that, lot?
Don't count that.
It's me,
Joe
Crocodile.
Fernandez.
What's that guy's name? Crocodile Dundee.
You really couldn't remember the last part of Crocodile Dundee?
I want to say Crocodile Hunter, and I just said, but I know I'm not Steve Irwin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Steve Irwin, Crocodile Hunter?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to like read about celebrities next time before we do this and their histories.
Sure, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Was he the Crocodile Hunter? Was that what he was called?
Yeah, he
Irwin?
hunted crocodiles.
Or
And
Crocodile
got
Dundee?
killed by a stingray.
But he didn't hunt them. He
He
didn't.
just kind of
I
touched
know,
them a
right?
bunch. So
Who are you?
The Crocodile Dundee.
I have a question for you. Is this a knife?
Oh, this is a knife.
What is a knife? That's
That's
not a
your
knife.
penis. Please put your penis away and call it a knife. It is very sharp and comes to a point.
So, Crocodile Dundee, are you familiar with the Beatles?
I'm circumcised.
Hello.
Are you-
That was my response.
yeah, it was. Are you familiar with the Beatles?
Yeah.
Excuse me, maybe I can clear things up in here.
Who's this?
It's me, John Winston Lennon.
Oh.
Okay,
Yes.
I keep hearing your name.
Yes.
That's not a Lennon.
Have you ever heard of the Plastic Ono Band? I was the lead singer of that, along with my wife, Yoko Ono.
I have heard of Yoko.
I think that's how it's
That's
pronounced.
not a wife. This is a wife.
Oh my god, it's Heidi Klum.
Oh, hello there, guys. I'm married to you now.
Yeah, Heidi Klum, I can't help but notice that you have married Paul Hogan and also burned half of his face.
It's not
Well,
me.
you gotta do certain things for love. That's what I learned from the movie The Lobster. If you've seen it, you get it. If you haven't, you haven't.
All right, I've not seen it.
Are you John Oliver?
You're not, Darren. You're not. To be fair. The problem is.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That's like if something were in charge of something that shouldn't be in charge of something. Hashtag feminism, hashtag pandering.
Oh. For a show that I love, it is like, kind of repetitive and not great.
It's a show that you don't think about so much, you didn't realize that this show was actually this show.
Excuse me, are you guys talking to my friends? Do you think that I could get a word in here?
Who's this?
Does anyone care to guess who I am?
I do have a guess.
Boy, to guess, I'd say Prime Minister Tony Blair.
That's an incorrect guess. sort of
Are you
just-
Billy Preston?
I'll give you a hint. I'm the quiet one.
Helen Keller.
That's right. It's me, Helen. This is actually what my voice sounds like.
All the advances in technology have given you a voice. I'm proud of science.
Thank you so much.
I love science.
I love having a voice. Unfortunately, the only computer voice that they could give me was that of Beatle George Harrison.
Oh, George, I've heard of George. Yeah, that.
How do you know George Harrison?
You've got my mind set on you song.
On
That
you.
cover. It's actually a cover.
Well, Helen, it must have been tough not being able to hear or see.
What?
Okay. Must have been a malfunctioning in the mechanism they gave you. Health insurance, fucking, experimental. They want to go full blown with
Boy,
it.
Trump, he does all this Obamacare rollbacks. Next thing you know, I can't hear every third sentence.
Yeah.
So-
And the way you live, that's not a life. This is a life.
That's very funny. I get the
Okay.
reference.
Do you have any more of those? Has there been a flutist around at all? It's like, that's not a fife. This is a fife.
It's hard to think about what else rhymes with knife. It's
I just have to go through the
It's got to be
letters.
kind of organic.
What?
She just gets so blunt to the point.
So sorry. It's every third sentence. Every third sentence I can't hear.
Actually, I can't think of anything that rhymes with oif. Knife, wife, life.
What about some hard times?
Strife.
That's when I went to South Africa, and I'd explain. I said that's not strife. This is strife. And then I cut my dick off.
Female genital mutilation.
Yes.
On yourself.
On myself.
So, Paul Hogan, you've been, obviously you're from Australia, you're here in the United States now, and you've been to South Africa. Have you ever had a layover in the Amazon?
What are you getting at?
I'm just wondering if you ever met anyone from the Amazon, because we actually have someone in the room that's from the Amazon.
All right. If
You wanna meet him?
all want her to come on out, For those that don't know, is a friend of mine, Amazon Tammy.
Oh, so you're good friends with her.
Who isn't?
That's a valid
Been
point.
around the world.
Uh-huh.
She was an Eskimo who was 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Converted to being an Amazonian. Still 7 feet tall.
And lives in my house.
I believe she's 10 years old. Is that right?
I really don't want that to be true.
I don't remember her age.
I thought she was.
I don't think
And obviously not the smartest. There's
We
other
could-
facts. But isn't she in fact the Lord Jesus Christ? I think, if I'm not
so.
mistaken.
We can talk to her next week.
You know,
next time.
we can also just build up our own new.
Boo, boo, boo.
What?
Dong, 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 dong. Guess who I want to talk to?
Who?
Helen Keller, girl power.
Hello, girl power, Amazon Tammy.
Oh my God!
It's just you and me and thank God women are represented on this show.
To tell me about it,
To,
Heidi Klum.
to
I
tell
guess.
me about it as well.
Okay, it's just you, me, and Heidi Klum. She and Katy Perry. Who also she ugly shame people. What's up with that?
Who-wee.
What is up with that? I actually heard that one. I was trying to agree with you. The only way that I have the word WHAT in my system is to yell it.
It's a flaw in the system that I designed.
Wait, hold on. You designed the
Wait, hang on.
implants?
Let me look at the machine. Oh my God! It says designed by Amazon Tammy on the bottom of it.
Did you
I
trademark it? Because if not, I'm going to swoop in there and steal
I
that
trademark
design.
it. I just-
What did you do to design this system?
Well, you know, because not a lot of people know this, but I started with Tinder, made that, didn't trademark it. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah.
Should have swiped right on
You
that.
started with Tinder.
Yeah.
Was it called? Did you first call it Wonder and then call it Two-da and then Three-da and then finally the last version of it was called Tinder?
It's kind of like the Oneaters, and they're like, just call it the Wonders.
The Wonders, and then it got to Tinder.
I can't take you, Tinder,
Doing
Tinder,
the
Tinder. That was our advertisement. I don't know if you saw it. On the shopping channel, on C-SPAN. Two biggest demographics, people who shop and watch the news. I want to buy stuff and I want to watch debates. I don't know if you can see my name tag that says that. It's right here on my forehead.
Yeah, your name tag's just supposed to say your name, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder people don't talk to me at conventions. I'm trying to sell them apps. I'm like, you got Tinder, you got Snapchat, which I also designed.
Terrible design.
Yeah,
lately, by
were
the
you
way.
part of the
Can I
new
talk to you
design?
about
No, thank you.
Yeah.
that? No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
What?
I mean, it's every time it gets me. So, it makes me giggle. That's why I did it. For you, Stephen Hawking, if you ever seen him give a talk, he's like, the universe is big. What?
Yeah,
I can't even believe the
Yeah.
facts I came up with.
that's true. That is
Yeah.
what he sounds
That's a very
like.
valid
Him.
point.
That's me, Andy Dufresne.
And then, oh man, what was the other app? I designed her thing though, that gives her the power to speak.
Similar to like a cochlear
You
implant
asked me a
or something
question,
like
I forgot it.
that. Yeah.
It was about how I came up with it.
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I just saw a lady on the street using sign language. I'm like, that gay.
Okay. I get that.
That's how Tammy talked. Tammy,
How
not
do
a good person.
Now, Tammy, if I'm not mistaken, for our new listeners, you have no arms and legs. Is that correct?
I forgot.
Yeah. So
I
how do
ate
you
them off.
how do you create all this stuff?
I mean, it's all about your brain. You know,
Yeah.
that's all in your mind.
Oh, okay.
You can do what you want to do and live in color.
You hear that, Marvin?
I did.
Excuse me. Is my cousin Katie still there?
Wait, Perry?
It's me, Marvin Perry.
Well, let's.
I'm looking for my cousin Katie. I have a new sound for her to hear.
Yeah.
sure.
Let's have her
It
hear
goes
it.
like this.
Should
Listen.
we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday,
Really? What would we know for?
but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night.
Oh, that'll be loud.
We will not vanish without a
You're all
fight.
saying that at once?
We're going to live on.
This long? No way.
We're going to
In
survive.
unison?
Today, we celebrate our
And that's as far as I've gotten. I figured she could help me with the rest.
we celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Love it.
Oh,
We
that's a good idea.
celebrate Day of the
Mexicans
Dead.
are very hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
With
it's like-
Coco, the movie Coco.
If
Sure.
it's not an American holiday, it could be any holiday. Today we celebrate Christmas.
Today we celebrate our Christmas Day.
But as the day when the word declared in one voice, pass me the gravy, we celebrate Thanksgiving Day.
Guys, it's me, Andy. Wouldn't it be funny if Scrooge looked out of his window and he was like, "You there? What day is it?" And it was Bill Pullman's character from Independence Day. And he's like, "Our Independence Day."
That'd be a fun video mashup.
That's going to be a Facebook post by the time this podcast is out.
Do a video mashup.
A video? You think I should do a
Do
video
it and use only footage from Scrooged.
as that Scrooge?
I haven't seen that movie since when I was 5 or something.
I don't know if there's a point where Bill Murray opens the windows and says, "You there? What day
That's
is it?"
what I'm wondering if he does it. Like if he shouts from his condo, and it's just like a guy doing 3-card Monte who shouts up.
Because the story Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, exists in Scrooged, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So that would be a little
it's all within the same framework.
on the nose, if you know
A
what I
little too
mean.
much on the nose.
Oh, if they did it exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think he says though? Should we look up Scrooge? Scene that kind of is like the one where it says, Christmas
You there? What day?
You
is
there?
It?
What day is it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think we need to do that. I actually have to take a shit, so I think we should probably stop
Okay.
doing the podcast. But before we do that, I think this is a pretty good episode. The first episode of 30
Yeah,
Characters.
there were dry spells.
I really feel like I was sort of pushed to the back there for no good reason.
Paul, can you come back another time?
I don't know. I'm very busy.
We just don't know who you are.
I'm a 2-time Hall of Famer.
That's all it is. We just don't know who you are.
NBA
Wings.
and baseball.
Oh, wait. You were in Wings?
This you've heard of?
Yeah, sure. Your wife.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah.
Yes, my dead wife. Yes.
Actually, I do know
Linda.
your work, at least Wings and Post. Can I play a song and ask you to defend it?
Okay.
Was that fine?
That's it. Wings is a great band. It has Tony Shalhoub as the bassist.
No.
Yeah. Who else is in
This,
it?
Christian Hayden
this happens
Fox.
to me more often than you'd think.
David Christian, or what's his name?
Hayden Christian Gerardson.
Not Hayden Christian.
Thomas Hayden
Thomas
Church.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Not Cross.
Nick Kroll.
Crystal Gale.
Nick Kroll is in it. All right, Paul McCartney, defend the song.
Is this secretary? Temporary secretary.
Oh,
What album is this from? McCartney 2?
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Temporary. Oh, no, I thought it'd come in there.
You got a verse first.
All right. We got, how much of it are we going to listen to?
Mr. Marks, can you find for me someone strong and sweet fitting on my knee?
Honestly, listen to it right now. I have zero problem with it. It sounds like a Beck song.
It does kind of sound like
you
a
made a
Beck
good
song.
point.
It sounds like Girl by Beck.
Honestly, hey, Beck, more like David Beckham. That guy's hot.
That's a good point.
You didn't even know how to. You literally switched to Andy because it's like that
Yeah.
made no sense.
I can't even respond to that in a character. That's made so little.
All right, Sir Paul, I know that you've been knighted. Sir Paul, can you defend the
What is
name?
wrong with you?
Can you defend the name of one of your songs that's on this album?
Okay.
It's track 8. Do you know what that song is?
I can't say I do.
I don't.
That's me, Andy. I can't say I do know.
All right, it's called Frozen Jap.
Okay, let me explain.
Can you explain Frozen Jap for me?
Jap is an initialism.
This is a soundtrack to Short Circuit.
Jap is an initialism. It actually stands for something.
Jewish American Princess?
No, it stands for Japs are annoying people.
Oh, okay. Because it even sounds like you've kind of taken on some like Asian influence with the song.
It was a real rough time in American music. David Bowie had just been made it big with China Girl. And, the Vapors.
Sure, they
The
turned
Vapors.
Japanese.
Boy, it was like an old Southern woman in the Billboard charts because they had the Vapors.
But I'll say, we've had a lot of homophobia and racism on this podcast.
Yep,
Yeah.
goodbye.
And of course, Wonderful Christmas Time, everyone's favorite song.
So what now? Do we sing a song to end it?
No, that's not. I was gonna see if we should go by every person and say goodbye to them.
Recite a poem to end it?
Bring everybody back to say goodbye. It's only fair to do
Okay,
that.
let's do a quick round of catchphrases and goodbyes.
First, before we do that, check out our shows at the Laugh Factory. It's first Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
both our shows.
Both of
7
our
and 9
shows.
o'clock.
7 o'clock for Actual Murders, 9 o'clock for Character Assassination.
The Roast of Ronald McDonald, March 4th, will be the Character Assassination show.
Later this week. This will probably go up Monday. So later this week,
Yeah.
you can. I would imagine if you come to one, you can stay for both. I don't know how that whole works. Does that not work?
Probably. Yeah,
Probably.
I imagine we won't sell enough tickets this time that we could stand to let people stick around.
I would imagine you would probably have to do 2 more drinks. I would think. Are they?
I'm not sure about that,
Yeah.
but probably.
We got Irish and March Madness themed stuff. so-
Yeah, Irish and March Madness. Plus,
You know-
it's a mix of stand up. It's mostly stand up with some sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we
usually, like stand up centric sketch. Is that fair to say? Like,
Yeah.
kind of sketch that is a person talking into a microphone.
Oh yeah, we're gonna if we're doing it at the Laugh Factory, we can't just sit there with like chairs and do a scene.
All right. What are you, crossbreed comedy where they do improv?
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. No. Let's,
I think we should have the most influential character on the podcast have the final word.
is that the cup?
Well said.
Can I say this? We made it.
What?
With Andy, Joe, and Matt. With Matt, Joe, and Andy. With Joe. Matt and Andy. Bitch.